So what we'll do now is we'll go over some of the curriculum documents and resources that we have available as a district for all teachers, and also where to find it all. First place to go is Schoology, of course, which you're already probably in. You want to click the Groups tab up at the top and go into Curriculum and Instruction. Should be somewhere in that mess of groups. And then click Resources, because there's really nothing here on the landing page. And once you do that, you want to click the Curriculum and Instruction or Curriculum Documents folder, which is right up near the top here. And then you have your choice of elementary or secondary. We'll click elementary, obviously, and second grade is my guinea pig for this video. And you can go to any content area you'd like, but we'll pick science because it's obviously the best. So what you'll see when you click that is a new upgraded landing page with some new bells and whistles, which we'll go over. And you'll also notice right away there is a weekly scope and sequence for 21-22. That's going to look very similar to last year's. When you open that, it will take you to your document, but it's broken down by K5 now, so hopefully it'll take a little less time to load. And we also cleaned up the look of it a little bit by having bullet points in there. You'll notice the high priority learning standards are still bold, and you'll see that the I can statements are similar or if not identical to last year, but a few may have been updated. We've put in all the holidays and early release days to help with your planning, so that's a nice upgrade there. And we also have integrated wherever possible English language proficiency standards, and they're usually closely related to the content that you're going to be teaching that week or in that unit, and also may actually have wording that's been rewritten specifically to such a TEK. So they're meant to be good companions, well-timed and placed wherever you can to help out our English language learners. They're essential for those kids, but good for all. So that's your scope and sequence. The curriculum writers from the summer will give you a better update about that particular document and give you some more details on that. What else do we have here? Okay, new in the bottom left of your landing page will be a digital science resources. This was created thanks to our digital learning coaches, and has basically a one-stop shop for all of your best digital district resources for science. And it also has, where needed, some information on how to get enrolled or set up an account or just get access in general. So a very good one-stop shop for that. And you'll notice too, the ones with the stars up in the upper left corner are actually comparable Spanish in English equivalent, again for English language learners, so you like that. One of the resources on here that I just want to quickly cover, which since one of my goals and probably everybody's goals have to do with pre-assessment and formative assessment, these Paige Achille probes are really, really great from K all the way up through 12th grade science. They're great ways to assess kids either before you teach the content, during, after, or both. So definitely check that out. When you click it, if you've been in the district, you know that this has been kind of an ugly document for a long time, but we've over the summer cleaned this up a little bit, so all you have to do is find the one you want and click it. The reason why I'm showing you this is within the curriculum documents that we have for each unit, each grade level. Some of the links may have gone dead or require you to log in, which is completely not supposed to happen. So if you just go to this master sheet, you'll be able to just click the one you want and it will automatically work. And I also want to draw attention that there's a, down in the bottom, there are a bunch of tabs. So there's all kinds of different levels and threads that you can actually hone in on, but there is a primary one, volume 1, that is for just low elementary, so K2, and then maybe even 3. There are some other ones that are more for maybe second grade on up, but physical science and so on that you can just kind of go into, and there's some life science, and you can just explore all the different ones. But if the link in your curriculum document, which I'm about to show you, doesn't work, you can always go here and find it, and it will work. That being said, back at our landing page, the UBD Understanding by Design curriculum documents are listed here by unit. And that, again, Understanding by Design is a processor of backward design where you begin with the end in mind and you kind of write the learning experiences based on the end goal that you want for your kids. So that is a process that we've had as we created these documents in the history of our district, but they're all here for you, and you can go in, and I just clicked Unit 1, for example. These are getting very long these days, so you probably will notice it takes a couple of seconds to load, but basically if you walk through these these sheets, you'll find all kinds of information, much more than you probably even can handle. There's learning standards in English and Spanish, and then we move on down. We've got key vocabulary, really important section on misconceptions that you'll typically encounter, lots of good information on prerequisite skills and knowledge that the kids might need to have. And here are some specific ways that you can basically assess formatively or summatively or even pre-assessment, and that is what you're going to notice in stage 2 there. That's a lot of assessment stuff. And you'll see there again, there's those Paige-Keeley probes that are extremely useful. Then we get down to the specifics, and it has specific learning experiences of all kinds, whether it's, digital resources, hands-on experiences, everything that our curriculum writers have vetted is in here, along with a whole lot more. And you'll also notice down towards the bottom, lots of resources in second grade. Wow. Some responsive teaching, so we've got interventions and extensions, etc. So this is a lot, but it's all here. Most of it should be pretty up to date and useful for you. But what we have done over the summer, again, back on our landing pages, we have kind of had our educators parse through what the very best activities and resources and assessment tools and all the other things that we have in each grade level. We've gone through and really honed in on the best of the best. So what has happened is our amazing instructional coach Samira Khan from Lee Elementary has helped put those best of the best together in the Pages Apple program. So when you click Unit 1, it's basically a pared down version of your UBD doc. So if I click that, number one, it's going to ask you or tell you that it can't display this. So what you want to do is download this file, and this is a teacher-facing document, so you would just want to click download, and it'll automatically throw that into your downloads folder. So there's that one. Now I have an example already. That's going to I might be able to pull that one up too. I have an example already of, let's get that out of the way, of a third grade unit, and now I got the second grade unit, so I'll just pull that one up since we want to continue with this second grade guinea pig. And again, this may take a second to load, especially when you're recording like I am, but when you get in, it will hopefully open. And when it opens, you will notice right away a very colorful introduction, which tells you the name of our unit and what grade you're in and what number unit it is. And basically immediately it goes into what you need in, say, week 1. So if I zoom out just a little bit, you'll be able to see it's organized by which week you're in. So there's week 1, week 2, assessment resources are right in the beginning. So what you'll notice when it opens is a very colorful opening slide. It tells you what unit you're in and what grade level you're in, so that's kind of important. You'll see assessment ideas and misconceptions, extensions, some of the key points from our UBD docs right up at the beginning. And then it takes you into a week by week. What can you use that week, or what is needed that week? And shows you their skills and understandings that they need, the learning targets, the standards. We've got vocabulary, we've got electronic resources. Wherever possible, you're going to notice it's kind of coded by whether it's an audio type thing or if it's a video. Here's some references to Paige Keeley probes. You have anything and everything in terms of Discovery Ed, Mystery Science, Generation Genius, exemplars, some ideas for Bulb, and then it repeats over and over again for each week. So it literally kind of goes with that weekly scope and sequence that I showed you earlier, and it is an absolutely awesome resource that kind of packages it all together for you, so you're not fishing around trying to find specific things. It really just takes you right to the one you need. So between this, the week by week scope and sequence, the digital landing page that I showed you, hopefully you will find that getting yourself together in terms of what you want to do for the week should be a lot easier. So we are developing those pages, curriculum unit previews for each unit. They will evolve throughout the year, but I did want you to see that they're there. And that for all of Unit 1 is done for all grade levels already. So as I put those in there, you'll notice the under construction gets smaller and squeezes down towards the bottom. So I hope that helps you see what your resources are and where they are, and I hope that really helps you going forward into this school year. All right, first grade team, just a quick reminder, if you have any questions about your curriculum documents, your scope and sequence, or the UBD unit plans, just reach out to me, or you can reach out to your summer curriculum writers who will have more detail on what things might have been switched around or moved. There were no major changes, but if you were expecting to see something in a certain spot and don't, or just have any other concerns, definitely reach out to me or your summer curriculum writers, who were Chandler Hefterler from Canyon Ranch, as well as Meredith Mader from Canyon Ranch. Thank you to those ladies for helping us all out and getting everything up to date for this coming school year. So for the final portion of our curriculum update, I just wanted to suggest a few possible ideas for grades K through 2 in particular, and I just wanted to show you that I'm starting here on the landing page. This is for kindergarten, but they're all very similar. I'm looking at particularly the Pages unit previews for Unit 1, as well as the digital science resources button there that takes us to a landing page, which I'll show you in just a second again. So when you open any of the Pages documents, you're going to be probably seeing a slightly different view depending on how the file was last saved. So if you have a bar on the right that looks like that, you can just click the button or unclick the button to make it go away. And also you may want to change the zoom view to 100%. That actually is the best for this particular trying to interact with the document and so on. So anyway, the first page will take you to the assessments. And again, I'm really strongly encouraging you to look at Paige Keeley assessments. It's not linked here, but it's linked in our digital resources page, which I'll show you. But the hands-on experiments and explorations are, you'll see the little badge over there, that's on all of them, all documents. So I encourage you to check those out. This one in particular for first has you looking at a FOSS investigation. If you need help with materials, you can reach out to me or your instructional coach or any other team lead on your campus, and we'll get you set up as needed. So definitely take a look at the hands-on. I know in kindergarten's document there's literally a whole chart or a table with lots of different options. So you can pick and choose what you'd like to use. And then all the digital resources that we have listed in here, you're going to see some great brain pop examples. Down here under guiding activities, the really good district resources we have available are there for you, so definitely check those out. These are particular links to particular lessons, so you can click those and get right to them. if you're just wanting to kind of explore, I'm going to go back over here to our landing page. If you click the digital resources button, you'll get here. So again, this takes you to all the basically the home pages for all of these resources. I wanted to call out in particular our Paige Keeley probes again. For grades K2, if you click that button, it's going to take you to the main spreadsheet, but I want to re-emphasize that you all have, for grades K2, this primary volume 1. So there's particularly grade-specific examples for you guys to use. For Unit 1 in each grade level, actually, we're dealing with properties of matter and so on. So there is one called Is It Matter? You can check that out, see if you like it. Great way to pre-assess or formatively assess kids. The other big one is Generation Genius, so you can click that button. If there is a link within your Pages document, it'll take you right to the specific lessons, so that's really helpful. But if you need to get set up, definitely click the how-to videos and get yourself set up. When you go and get into Generation Genius, you're going to be basically taken to a page that looks a little like this. I actually am clicking back away from this page right now. So you can sort for grades K through 2 right here and just get the ones that are relevant for you. And when you do that, it'll sort them out and get rid of the ones that you don't need. And so for K2 in particular, for our first unit, there is a great couple of ideas. First, what is engineering? That might be something you're interested in, just to get kids thinking again about doing science. Down lower, there's a what is science, particularly. That's a great one as you're looking at your first couple of weeks, if you just want kids to start thinking about what skills they need, what scientists do in general. That's great stuff. What I wanted to point out, the video, obviously it's taking a while to load because I'm recording, but the video is one great resource, but there is more in here. If you look below the video, you're going to see great questions you can use with kids in class. So you have vocabulary, reading, you can either assign to kids to look at or print it out for them to look at. This is the one I really wanted to show you. If you click the DIY button, it's going to take you to a very easily usable experiment type thing that's hands-on for kids to do. So in addition to everything that we have already in our curriculum documents and in those Pages files, you've got these, basic materials. You don't need a lot to do this. And there's even a video that accompanies it to show you how to set it up and make it all work. So super helpful. For educators, for kids, it's a great additional hands-on experience. And of course, they've got all the lesson plans and teacher guides and all these possible little games and assessments and exit tickets you can use. That's pretty much with every single Generation Genius activity. So it's an awesome resource. I really do encourage you to explore it. The other one, real quick, is Mystery Science. This one is broken down by grade level. These are always engaging, always hands-on, always gets your kids thinking like a scientist and doing actual science. So it's great stuff. Some of them are not necessarily going to be for your first unit, but definitely something to explore down the road. And the last one I wanted to point out is the exemplars, which for K2 is a very good go-to, easy resource to use. It has student-facing material that you can print or show on screens, and then of course there's teacher guidance. This one in particular is excellent for the first couple of weeks or first unit in this year, because we're using our senses. That's a great way to get kids active and engaged in doing science. So this is an idea, and if you also want these in Spanish, they have all been translated. So when you click the exemplars PDF versions button down here on our landing page, it will actually take you to a folder where you can get all the Spanish ones and the English ones as well. So they're all there for you. There's lots of great stuff to possibly explore and use, and I look forward to helping you out if you need anything in getting these to be used in your class. So good luck and have fun, and have your kids have fun. Science is awesome, and I hope you are excited to get going into this school year.